What's up, Royalty Squad?
Welcome back to another video, y'all. What are we gonna be doing today?
Why are you rubbing your sandpaper hand together? As you guys can already see by the title, we're going to be doing a Q&A. This is our first ever Q&A where we asked you guys questions to ask us. So some of you guys went real spicy, real personal. He don't know none of these questions.
True.
He didn't see none of these questions. I asked you guys on my Instagram. By the way, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button right now. Follow both of us on Instagram. We're going to put it right here on the screen. So, let's get right into it.
She gonna make up some questions?
No, I actually wrote this from my screenshots. I promise you. I actually just wrote them all in my notes so that I don't have to go through images.
On to her, y'all. She watches a lot of YouTube videos and I know she comes up with a lot of ideas, right? So she would try to mix in some stuff.
No, I'm about to go and look on my phone. Look.
I don't want to see.
So why are you?
Let's
so why
get
do
into
you?
The video.
Like I have receipts.
Look at her. Let me feel her heart. It's beating. Her heart is beating like.
I forgot. It's not supposed to be beating, right?
Trust issues, yo. I got trust issues when it comes to YouTube videos. Where, if y'all remember, in Canada, she gave me a pants in a pool that completely melted off of me. It dissolved in the water, leaving me in the boxer. So I'm traumatized since then.
But you see, guys, with the problem with us black people is that.
Anyway, let's get into the video.
All right. So the first question someone asked is, what made y'all decide to start a YouTube channel? So we started off late.
Yeah. Who you going first?
Or this one?
I always wanted to do YouTube with her. So, you know, it was like one day I was like, babe, let's do a YouTube channel. And we started it on our phone, editing on our phone. And that's how it started. Yeah,
so he was the mastermind behind YouTube. He was the creative mind behind it. I didn't really know anything much about YouTube, nor YouTube couples or anything like that. And there was no YouTube couple channel pages that I knew about at the time about like pertaining to Barbadian couples, like couples in the Caribbean. So this was definitely new. And it was really fun from like the first video. I was like, well, we could actually like document our memories, like, yeah. And we've been doing it ever since. So we haven't been as consistent, but we are definitely back, better than ever. And yeah. So question number 2, how did y'all meet? And someone also asked, what year did y'all meet? So I'm thinking we could just put all of that together for this question.
Okay.
Right? So I would answer this one. So my husband actually saw me at a birthday party. We had a mutual friend. And we were all like dancing up, and he actually just came up behind me.
Bruh.
Alright, yo, I'm just kidding.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just playing.
No, she was way too shy to be dancing up.
You mean you were way too shy, don't play with me? Anyways, stop talking like me. Okay.
It's all a scam.
So we met in, well, this is another question for now. I don't know if I should. Right. So we met in 2017 and we had a mutual friend and it was her birthday. So it was like a little innocent little house party, and we went, and I didn't know anything about him. I just knew that the person was friends with him. And when he first got there, like I heard like a few mumblings, oh, he outside. I'm like, who's outside? I completely forgot about all of that. And then I came outside and I was just chilling, and I'm really shy, and so was he. So I wasn't like with a bunch of people or anything. I literally just sat on a plastic chair. And all of a sudden, I looked to my right. So like how I'm sitting here, I'm just sitting and I'm just like chilling. And I looked to my right because I noticed like a flashing camera just coming from the right side of me. And I'm like, who is this taking pictures of me? So I looked to my right and there he is like taking pictures of me. So backstory behind that, he was actually taking pictures for the birthday person. And so he seemed to believe I was like the perfect like candidate, you know, for his life, to be his wife. All right, y'all. Let me not get ahead of myself. You need some water? There's water right there. Since he seems to be getting a little parched. Anyways, so I noticed he was taking pictures of me, and so I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I was sitting again, and then someone zoomed past me, and I was like, hold this for me, please. And I'm like, a camera, a big expensive camera. In my mind, I was like, who put their big expensive camera on my lap? Like, what?
That was the first move, y'all. I had to make sure that she remembered my face.
And I actually did, because the very next morning I was on Facebook. This was back when Facebook was a thing, really. No offense to Facebook creators, but like it was more like out there. Like everyone and their cousin was using Facebook. So I was on Facebook and like it was showing me a post of like relations. So he was friends with the birthday person. So it showed me the post. He posted happy birthday to the birthday person. I was like, hey, that's the dude that took my photos. Let me message him so I can get my photos from the birthday. Now, mind you, right, I know what you guys are thinking. It wasn't like that. But I'm also like missing out like a very important part. The nighttime again, he tried to like talk to me a third time. He was outside, like being all shy, like just bored. He was really bored. And he was all like, oh, I think it was clear polish or something like that. He was like, oh, let me see your nails. And I was like, he trying to see my nails? And then at the same second, my right was there, so I had to go. So it's like, it was Cinderella that just got away. But this Cinderella found him the very next day.
Oh, anyways.
Anything to add? I said it perfectly. So the next question is, and this one is for you to answer, what was your first well, we both got to answer this. What was your first impression of each other?
When I saw her, y'all, I was like, damn, this the girl I've been praying for all the time. Always wanted the curly hair girl, tally looking, everything. And when I saw her, I was like, I know I was shy, but it was like, I can't let this one get away. And I never approached a girl before in my life. Like, I never saw a girl and I was like, I gotta approach her. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna approach her, but something gotta happen, man. So I remember I was asking the birthday girl about her all the time, and I was getting some dry answers like, yeah, she got a boyfriend, but nah, you're trying to break my heart, man. Nah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And then I believe God also reminded me that this was a girl I've been praying for the last year, and I was just trusting God. So it was like, I did what I had to do, and it just went from there.
Okay. So what was my first impression of him? I was like, he's so shy, and it's like like, you guys know that if someone is shy but it's like attractive. I was like, he's so shy, he's so cute. Like,
my hair was green at this time, y'all. She couldn't miss me. Yeah. I had to make sure that she saw me.
He stood up. Okay, so next questions. How did you get over assumptions of others doubting you would last?
Shut out the people, y'all. It's like, we realized early on, even as a young couple,
we were very young.
No one is supposed to be in your relationship. You're not supposed to have no friends of the opposite gender and all this stuff. Like, just even if it's friends of the same gender, nobody is supposed to know your business because people are always going to have opinions, and it's going to be advice and opinions based off of what they think would be best for them in that situation.
Sure.
And it will just mess up your relationship because no one can be you and no one can be your partner. So it's like it's supposed to be between the two of y'all. Like you can't build something together if someone is building it for you. You know, it's not going to be together. It's going to be by someone else. You know.
Sure. So for me, how we got over assumptions about people doubting that we would last, I would say, honestly, just not caring. Just like you, not caring. Keep people out of your business. Your relationship needs to be private. And yeah, that's basically it. If you have a problem, talk to your partner and no one else.
And the devil will be trying to break up stuff. It's like it's inevitable. So it's like just stay strong, trust each other, and that's pretty much it.
So this leads into the next question: did people try to deter you from getting married so young?
I don't think we had anyone in our circle that could have deterred us, honestly. But we didn't have anyone because we didn't keep people around like that. We don't keep people around like that. It's very few people that we associate with.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then like family, we've never had any family members that have opposed or said something. So it's like, no.
Yeah, it was perfectly fine on my end as well. Like we were together for a good while already. And my parents basically, they already loved him at the time, so it was no problem. I already knew what marriage was, and they knew that I know very well what I was getting myself into. I know very well what I got myself into, and your family as well. And we both come from like Christian backgrounds, so it's like it's not very hard for, you know, people that follow Christ to understand why you would want to make the ultimate promise to God. So the next question: have y'all ever thought of starting a family?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you could go first for this one.
Yeah, of course. You know, just want to make sure that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure that my wife is comfortable when we get to that area and there are no worries.
You said your life?
No, I said I want to make sure that you are comfortable.
Oh, your wife?
Yeah.
Oh.
She is comfortable when it comes to that time, so that there are not things for her to be worrying about while she's pregnant.
Yeah.
No. So, but you know, you could have plans, but God's timing.
Yeah.
Things could happen.
We definitely do think about starting a family. We always did. That was always, that's always a dream for us in the future. Whenever
that's gonna be so new, like she's
always...
she's just a baby, and then she's gonna be having a baby as well. But she's just a baby. How can a baby have a baby? Right, Baba? You see?
I mean, no, I'm a grown woman, guys. We definitely have always thought about starting a family. We just want to make sure, you know, we enjoy life together. Not saying you can't enjoy life with your family, but I just want to enjoy like the last whatever it is, whether it's a few years, just being us. Before we get on that venture. Also, there are different goals I would love to achieve personally, and then together. Yeah, there are a lot of things I would love to do before then, but also like God's time in. So even if I don't get to do all those things before then, God knows best. So
definitely.
So the next question, this one is a little personal, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put all the questions out there that people said, and we're going to answer accordingly. Or don't answer if we choose not to. How do you manage your finances as a couple? Someone actually asked this. So all of these questions are actually asked by someone.
Well, I can't go into depth, obviously.
Correct.
Like everything is one. Like whatever we make individually is one together. So whatever we plan,
It's together.
Everything is one. So
Yeah.
it's like,
And just like everything else, for going into too much details, we put God in the center, and that is no different for our finances. So, yeah, that's basically it. I can't add to it because there's nothing I would add to it. I agree with what he's saying, and that's the truth. So, the next question: how has life been with each other since y'all met? So, since the very start, how has life been?
the best thing ever, because it's like when you're living life alone or with someone that doesn't bring out better in you, is like you're gonna stay stagnant and you're not gonna change nothing, because it's like, to ourselves, we see ourselves as already the best version everywhere with no flaws, nothing wrong. So it's like having someone that loves you and loving someone as well is like you both show each other the things that could be changed so you could grow. When it's when it's real love, is not, you understand that the person is on your team and is not just spewing hate just because they just want to say something because they don't like it and I just don't care. It's like, the stuff that is coming out of your partner's mouth towards you is so that you could grow, so you could take it in and grow. So it's like, it has been really good, because I don't think I would be in a lot of places, mentally, physically, spiritually, like, just the way I think and act. It wouldn't be that way if I didn't know her. So it's like, it's been a big benefit. It's been really good.
Aww.
Teehee. Sorry about that.
Since we met, you guys, it's been amazing. In life, nothing is perfect. However, it's like he has shaped my understanding and my perspective on so many different things for the better. I am truly inspired by my husband in a lot of ways. His creativity has always been something that I have always been like, I felt like when we first met, I didn't even used to like make jokes. Before him, I was just a serious, strict young lady. And he actually taught me how to joke, how to laugh, how to loosen up. He taught me how to actually have a creative side, how to actually not depend on being so much like society. So how to not be afraid to be the one out of 100. How to just not want to blend in or feel like I need to be like everyone else because it's comfortable or because it's easy or because it's quicker. So.
Oh, you remember the first time I started playing around you? You were just like, what are you doing?
I don't remember that.
Like, you never used to play back, so you would just be like, you would start to get upset because I'm like, what are you playing, bro? Like, what are you playing? Stop playing. And I had to be like, what, you don't know how to play?
I think like a big part too was because like I was the last in my siblings. I was like, I find a lot of people learn how to play when they have younger siblings, and I never had younger siblings.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I used to be like outside a lot, running around, playing, red light, green light, all sorts of stuff. So it's like I was just playful.
Yeah.
So it's like when I first came though, and she was just there, like it was at first. It was like, oh.
But also, I still also like, we found a medium together because he was real playful and I was not playful at all. We evened out each other real quick. So we learned really early boundaries. And I also learned like it's okay to play, it's okay to fidget, it's just okay to do certain things.
Yeah. Or she'd be over here biting me randomly. Like, let's not go into that.
And then you justify you biting me because I started.
Like, I just got it from her, so.
So it's no justified.
Yep.
Whatever, bro. Okay. What's your favorite thing about each other? So I would say there's so much things that I absolutely love and adore about my husband. But my absolute favorite thing, I don't know if they mean like appearance, if they mean like
Whatever comes to
personality,
your mind.
whatever comes to my mind. So don't think of personality, appearance, nothing. Favorite thing? No, you're smiling at me. Wow. My absolute favorite thing of all time about my husband is his grades. I just played stuff for that.
I'm putting everything in you. Anyways, continue. No cuts.
They absolutely make me laugh. I really love your personality. All jokes aside, I really love your personality. Like, I was caught between some of your personality or your lips. Because, honestly, because it's like,
Oh my god.
I love a lot of things about my husband. So if I be like, oh, his lips, then it's like, oh, but am I too physical? But then if I'm like, but I just said I love so many different things. So it's like, I also love your personality. So it's like, which one? Which one do I say? All right.
For me,
I know
I
what
like-
you want to say.
I
Wait.
like her goofiness. Like I like the fact that she would make like a foolish joke or say some stupid stuff, do different laughs every day, just keep a bunch of weird noises, jumping about dance. Like she's just herself, you know. So I like that I have a relationship where my wife can be herself and not gonna pretend.
Yeah.
And yo, let me tell you what these burps that she be letting go. Like we have to let it out. Like, she could be herself. She just be burping like a frog. And
I don't burp,
She
yeah.
don't be having
I
any
don't
kind of
even-
environment. So it's like that's the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
it. That she's just herself. This is not to out you with your bird. This is to let them know how comfortable you are around thy husband.
Okay. So,
Now she's trying to cover my mouth, yo.
it's not that funny, kid. Okay. When did you both realize you found the one? Was it an aha moment or?
I don't know about her, but the same night that I saw her, yo. I am not lying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
The same night, I was like, yep.
I
Yup.
wanna. I wanna. I wanna
Mhm.
say for me, it wasn't like the very first night. I didn't know that he was gonna be my person. But I wanna say,
She wasn't the one saying the prayers.
I wasn't. He was praying for me. I didn't know that God was like gonna bless me with my husband, you know, at such a young age. So, anyways, so I knew that this is gonna sound like a fairy tale. Oh my gosh, like the movies. It's not, I'm not trying to sound like that. This is just the moment I knew he was my person. And that moment was our first kiss. That's the truth. Why are you
When we
looking
were
at
together
me?
and stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you knew.
Like, no, like we were talking on the phone. We weren't together as yet. So we were talking and like our personalities meshed. So I knew like you were my person. But then it's like, did I know that you were gonna be like my husband someday at that moment? No. Babe!
Just joking.
We literally got together. We were talking for like what, 2 months? August, September, October.
Yeah.
Call it 2 months. We were talking for 2 months. And our conversation was always flawless. It was never awkward. So I always knew that like we were like, oh my gosh, like two peas in a pod. But we weren't together as yet. So when we got together, literally a couple days in was when we had our first kiss. So that was just my thing. That was just when it was like the movies, like you were like, come here, baby girl.
So you had the butterflies and the dragonflies and all that stuff?
Yes.
Come here, come
I
closer.
still get butterflies.
Come closer.
Stop.
Let me look into your eyes.
Why?
Come. We gotta pull back out this lie detector game for you. We're gonna bring that and ask these questions again with the lie detector.
Please. Anyways. Did you decide that this is a whole other question, by the way. Did you decide this is going to be my person and we'll make it work?
Well, I knew that you were my person. Ain't no other choice but making it work.
Okay, love that! I agree. I feel the same. Well, I felt the same at that time. Wait, he's squinting. Y'all, he's squinting at me like I'm not his wife. Like I don't have the same last name as him. Anyways, what is your biggest accomplishment together? Wow, so far. This could be a so far.
Marriage.
That was your biggest.
Business.
Yeah, that was like your second biggest.
Car.
Third biggest.
Just spiritual growth. Together.
I agree.
So much.
Yeah, so one of our biggest accomplishments was definitely our marriage. Not only did we just get married, we had a lot of spiritual growth before then. We were responsible young adults. We went through all the proper steps before getting married, which I would always recommend to anyone thinking about getting married. Go and have premarital counseling, whether it is, I recommend with the pastor that is going to marry you guys, but if you do not really mind going to anyone else, but just definitely get some premarital counseling. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, do it. It's very beneficial. You actually understand from a biblical point of view what is marriage. And
don't be offended at what the pastor says. He knows what you don't know, and then you're gonna figure out the hard way.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's better off to just like get it out the way from the start instead of like later into the marriage. You're like, what did I get myself into? You should have known what you got yourself into. So yeah, because marriage is not just a simple thing; it's a literal, legally binding agreement. So you need to understand the legal points and most importantly the spiritual points. So, we will end it on this question. This is the last question, the spiciest of them all. And I was actually thinking about if I was going to put this in. I don't know if I want to put it in. Because to me, it's just like, we already said this at our wedding, like who was going to be doing it. But anyways.
what?
The last question is, who made the first move? And you said this at the wedding.
We are out. Peace.